Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by saying this: your life is not a dress rehearsal. This moment, this very moment you're living right now, is all you truly have. And it's time, my friends, to ask yourself a profound question. Am I in charge of my life, or is life in charge of me? Because if you're not the one holding the reins, if you're not the one steering the ship, let me tell you something. You're drifting. And you know what happens to a ship that drifts? It gets tossed around by the waves, battered by the storms, and eventually it crashes on the rocks. But today, right here, right now, I want to give you the tools, the mindset, and the principles to grab those reins, to steer your ship, and to take charge of your life like never before. Because, my friends, the life you're living is a result of the choices you've made up until now. And the life you'll live tomorrow will be shaped by the decisions you start making today. Now, I know some of you are sitting there thinking, Jim, I hear you, but you don't know my story. You don't know my struggles, and you're right, I don't. But here's what I do know. Life is not about what happens to you. Life is about how you respond to what happens to you. Maybe you've faced hardship, maybe you've lost opportunities or made mistakes. Maybe you feel like life has beaten you down and you're just trying to make it through the day. But let me tell you something powerful. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes, your failures, or your circumstances. You are the architect of your destiny. And it starts with one decision: to stop letting life happen to you and start making life happen for you. You see, most people go through life as spectators. They're watching from the sidelines, waiting for something or someone to save them, waiting for the economy to get better, waiting for their boss to notice them, waiting for the right time. But let me ask you this: when is the last time waiting ever got you what you wanted? Friends, waiting is not a strategy. Hope is not a plan. If you want change, real, lasting, life-transforming change, you've got to take action. You've got to make a decision. And that decision is this: I will no longer be a victim of circumstance. I will be the master of my life. Let me tell you a story about a young man I met years ago. He came to one of my seminars, and he said, Jim, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. He told me about his struggles, financial troubles, relationship challenges, health issues. He was overwhelmed, lost, and ready to give up. And I looked him in the eye and I said, young man, let me tell you something that might sting a little. The only person who can fix your life is the one staring back at you in the mirror. Now, he didn't like hearing that at first. Most people don't. It's uncomfortable. It's easier to blame the government, the economy, your upbringing, or your bad luck. But the truth is this: if you want things to change, you have to change. If you want things to get better, you have to get better. And do you know what happened to that young man? He walked away from that seminar, took responsibility for his life, and started making changes. Small at first, but consistent. And over time, he transformed his life completely. His finances, his health, his relationships. What about you? Are you ready to look in the mirror and take responsibility? Are you ready to stop making excuses and start making progress? Because the moment you do, everything changes. Responsibility is not a burden, it's the key to freedom. Let me share something extraordinary about being human. Unlike any other creature on this planet, we have the power of choice. A tree doesn't choose where it grows. A bird doesn't choose where it flies, but you have the power to choose. You can choose how you spend your time. You can choose what you focus on. You can choose the people you surround yourself with, the thoughts you think, and the actions you take. And those choices, my friends, will determine your destiny. But here's the catch. If you don't make conscious choices, life will make them for you. If you don't decide what you want to achieve, someone else will decide for you. And chances are, their plans for your life aren't going to make you very happy. So I challenge you today to make a decision. A real decision. Decide what kind of life you want to live. Decide who you want to become. Decide that from this day forward, you will take charge of your life. Because here's the truth. Nothing changes until you decide. Not hope, not wishful thinking. A decision backed by action is what creates change. Now, I won't sugarcoat it. Taking charge of your life is not easy. It requires courage, discipline, and persistence. It means stepping outside your comfort zone, facing your fears, and pushing through challenges. But let me ask you this. What's the alternative? To stay stuck. To settle for a life that's less than what you're capable of. To look back years from now, filled with regret, wondering what could have been. No, my friends, that's not for you. You were made for more. You were made to grow, to achieve, and to live a life of purpose and meaning. And the journey of taking charge of your life is the most rewarding journey you'll ever embark on. Will there be setbacks? Of course. Will you make mistakes? Absolutely. But every step you take, every lesson you learn, will bring you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. And here's the best part. You don't have to do it alone. The principles I'll share with you today are your roadmap. The people around you, your mentors, your friends, your family can be your support, and the strength within you, that unshakable, unstoppable determination will be your fuel. So are you ready? Are you ready to stop settling and start striving? Are you ready to stop dreaming and start doing? Because today is the day. This is the moment. I'm not here to just inspire you. I'm here to challenge you, to provoke you, to shake you out of complacency and into action. Because I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself yet. So let's make a deal. For the next 40 minutes, I want you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. Take notes. Reflect on your life. And most importantly, commit to taking action. Because when you take charge of your life, when you decide to live with purpose, everything changes. And it all starts now. Rule number 1. Take responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the foundation of taking charge of your life. The very cornerstone of any lasting change, responsibility. Now, hear me out. Responsibility might not sound flashy, but it's the most liberating, empowering, life-changing concept you will ever embrace. Why? Because the moment you take full responsibility for your life, you stop being a victim, and you start being the master of your destiny. Think about it. If you're waiting for someone to save you, if you're blaming your circumstances, your boss, your parents, your luck, what you're really doing is giving away your power. You're handing over control of your life to someone or something else. And let me tell you something, that's no way to live. Let me make this simple. Responsibility is not about blaming yourself for every problem you face. It's about owning your response. It's about saying, no matter what happens to me, no matter what life throws my way, I am in control of how I respond. That, my friends, is where real power begins. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You're saying to yourself, Jim, you don't understand. My situation is different. I've got too many challenges, too many reasons why I can't move forward right now. Well, let me ask you this. How long have you been telling yourself those same excuses? How long have you been saying, if only I had a better start in life, if only the economy were better, if only someone would give me a chance? Let me tell you something about excuses. They might make you feel better for a moment. They might help you justify where you are, but they are chains that keep you stuck exactly where you are. Excuses are like a comfortable prison. You can stay there for years, but you'll never grow, never progress, never achieve the greatness that's waiting for you. So today I challenge you to break free from those chains. Stop saying if only and start saying what can I do about it. Stop focusing on what you can't control and start focusing on what you can. Taking responsibility means adopting what I call the ownership mindset. It's about looking at every aspect of your life, your health, your finances, your relationships, your career, and asking, how can I take ownership here? Take your health, for example. If you're not feeling your best, it's easy to blame genetics or say, I just don't have time to exercise. But ownership says, what can I do today to make a change? Can I choose to take a walk? Can I choose to eat a little better? Or look at your finances. Maybe you feel stuck in a job that doesn't pay enough. Ownership doesn't sit around complaining about the paycheck. Ownership asks, what skills can I learn? What opportunities can I create for myself? And relationships. Oh, this is a big one. It's so easy to point fingers, isn't it? If only they were more understanding. If only they treated me better. But ownership asks, what am I contributing to this relationship? How can I communicate better? How can I show up with more love, more respect, more effort? When you start thinking this way, life stops happening to you and it starts happening for you. Responsibility is not a burden. It's the greatest privilege you'll ever have. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Why do so many people avoid responsibility? Why is it that when things go wrong, the first instinct is to point the finger somewhere else? I'll tell you why. Because responsibility is hard. Responsibility requires courage. It's much easier to say it's not my fault than to say I have some work to do. It's much easier to complain than to take action. But let me ask you this. What's the price of avoiding responsibility? Sure, you might feel a little better in the short term. You might convince yourself that it's not your fault. But what happens in the long term? When you avoid responsibility, you give up control, you stay stuck, you settle for less. And the worst part, you start to believe the lie that you're powerless. And nothing could be further from the truth. Yes, responsibility is hard, but you know what else is hard? Living a life of regret. Waking up one day and realizing you could have done more, been more, achieved more, if only you had taken responsibility sooner. So I ask you, which hard will you choose? The hard work of responsibility or the hard reality of regret? I want you to think about a moment in your life when you felt truly empowered. Maybe it was a time when you overcame a challenge, achieved a goal, or made a decision that changed everything. Now let me ask you this. What was the common thread in those moments? I'll tell you. It was the moment you stopped waiting for someone else to fix things. It was the moment you took ownership. That's what responsibility does. It gives you the power to create turning points in your life. It says, no matter where I've been, no matter what's happened, I can start fresh. I can make a new choice. I can take a new action. And here's the best part. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You don't have to have it all figured out. All you need to do is make one decision today. A decision to take responsibility for one area of your life. Just one. And that decision will set the wheels in motion for everything else. Let me share a story with you about a man I knew years ago. He was stuck in a dead-end job, barely making ends meet, feeling like life was passing him by. He came to me frustrated and lost. And he said, Jim, I don't know what to do. I feel like I have no control over my life. I looked at him and said, let's start with one thing. What's one area of your life you can take responsibility for right now? He thought about it. And he said, well, I haven't been taking care of my health. So he made a decision. He started walking every morning, just a simple walk. But that one decision led to another. He started eating better, sleeping better, feeling more energetic. And do you know what happened next? That energy carried over into his work. He started showing up with more enthusiasm, more focus. He got noticed. He got promoted. And that promotion gave him the confidence to take on bigger challenges, to dream bigger dreams, all because he made one decision to take responsibility for his health. Friends, that's the power of responsibility. It's like a domino effect. One small change can set off a chain reaction that transforms your entire life. So, how do you begin? How do you go from feeling overwhelmed or powerless to taking charge of your life? It starts with a mindset shift. Start by saying these words to yourself. I am responsible for my life. Say it again. I am responsible for my life. Now take it one step further. Identify one area where you've been avoiding responsibility. Maybe it's your health, your finances, your relationships, your personal growth. Be honest with yourself. Then ask this powerful question. What can I do about it? Not what someone else can do. Not what you wish would happen. What can you do? And here's the secret. Start small. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Focus on one small action you can take today. It might be as simple as making a phone call, writing down a goal, or setting your alarm 30 minutes earlier tomorrow morning. Small actions done consistently lead to massive results. And every time you take a step forward, you build momentum. You prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are in control, that you are responsible. Here's the paradox of responsibility. The more you take on, the freer you become. When you stop blaming and start owning, you realize that you have the power to change anything in your life. And that freedom, my friends, is priceless. It's the freedom to dream big, to take risks, to create a life that excites and fulfills you. It's the freedom to look in the mirror and say, I am proud of the person I've become. So don't fear responsibility, embrace it. Because the truth is, the only way to live a life of purpose, success, and happiness is to take responsibility for it. No one else can do it for you. It's your life. Own it. Responsibility is not just a concept, it's a way of life. It's the decision to stop being a passenger and start being the driver. So I ask you today, are you ready to take the wheel? Are you ready to stop making excuses and start making progress? Are you ready to say, I am responsible for my life and I am ready to take charge? Because once you do, everything changes. your life opens up in ways you can't even imagine. And the best part? It all starts right now with one decision, one action, one step forward. Take responsibility, my friends. Your future self is counting on you. Rule number 2, set a clear vision. Ladies and gentlemen, now that we've laid the foundation of responsibility, it's time to talk about what comes next. Vision. Let me tell you something about vision. Without it, life becomes aimless. It's like setting out on a journey without a destination. You can wander for days, months, even years, but you'll never know where you're going, and worse, you'll never know when you've arrived. Vision is the compass of your life. It's the picture of the future you want to create. It's your guiding star, your purpose, your reason to get out of bed in the morning. And the clearer your vision, the more powerful your journey will be. Vision is what separates people who live with intention from those who drift through life. It gives you direction, focus, and most importantly, meaning. Think about it. Have you ever felt stuck, lost, or unmotivated? Chances are it's because you didn't have a clear vision of what you were working toward. You were busy, yes, you were doing things, but you weren't moving with purpose. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine waking up every day with a clear sense of what you're building, what you're striving for. Imagine the energy, the excitement, the drive that comes from knowing exactly where you're headed. That's the power of vision. It fuels your spirit. It sharpens your focus. It gives every action, every decision, every moment a sense of purpose. And the best part, it's something you create. It doesn't come from someone else. It comes from within you. So let's get practical. If vision is your compass, how do you create it? How do you define what you're aiming for? Start by asking yourself this question. What does my ideal life look like? Picture it in your mind. Not just in vague terms like I want to be successful or I want to be happy. No, be specific. What does success look like to you? Is it building a thriving business? Is it having a loving family? Is it traveling the world? What does happiness look like to you? Is it waking up with peace in your heart? Is it having time to pursue your passions? Is it making a positive impact on the world? Close your eyes and imagine it. Feel it. What kind of house do you live in? What kind of work do you do? Who are the people around you? How do you spend your days? This is not about fantasy. It's about clarity. The clearer your vision, the easier it becomes to take action toward it. Now, here's where a lot of people get stuck. They think, Jim, I have big dreams, but they feel so far away. I don't even know where to start. And that's okay. Having a big vision doesn't mean you have to achieve it all at once. It just means you need to start moving in the right direction. Think of it like climbing a mountain. When you stand at the base and look up, the peak might seem impossible to reach. But all you need to do is take the first step. And then the next. And then the next. Dream big, my friends, but start small. Break your vision into smaller goals and focus on one step at a time. Because every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your ultimate destination. Here's a powerful exercise that will change your life. Write down your vision. Not in your head, not in vague terms, but on paper, in vivid detail. There's something magical about putting your vision into words. It turns an idea into something tangible. It takes a dream and makes it real. Write it down as if you're describing your life 5 years from now. Write it in the present tense, as if it's already happening. I am living in my dream home. I am running a successful business that I'm passionate about. I am surrounded by people who inspire and uplift me. And don't stop there. Read it every day, morning and night. Remind yourself of the life you're creating. Keep your vision at the forefront of your mind and watch how it starts to shape your decisions, your actions, your entire life. Let me share a few examples of people who embodied this principle. Think of someone like Thomas Edison. Do you think the light bulb was invented by accident? No. It was the result of a clear vision, a vision of lighting up the world. And do you know how many times he failed before he succeeded? Thousands. But he kept going because his vision was stronger than his obstacles. Or consider Oprah Winfrey. She grew up in poverty, faced unthinkable challenges, but she had a vision of using her voice to inspire and uplift millions. And that vision became her reality. And it's not just famous people. Look around you. Every person who has achieved something extraordinary started with a vision. Maybe it was a teacher who wanted to make a difference in their students' lives. Maybe it was an entrepreneur who saw a way to solve a problem in their community. The point is, vision is not reserved for the elite. It's for anyone who dares to dream, anyone who dares to believe in the power of their own imagination. Now, I know that creating a vision can feel intimidating. You might be thinking, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if my vision is too big? And my answer to that is simple. So what? So what if you fail? Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to success. Every time you fail, you learn. Every time you fall, you grow stronger. So what if you're not good enough right now? You don't have to be. You'll grow into the person who can achieve your vision. Skills can be learned. Confidence can be built. And so what if your vision is big? Great. The bigger the vision, the more it will challenge you, stretch you, inspire you. Or don't let fear shrink your dreams. Let your dreams expand your courage. Here's another key to making your vision a reality. Your actions must align with your vision. It's not enough to have a clear picture of the future. You have to back it up with consistent action. You can't say you want to be healthy while eating junk food every day. You can't say you want financial freedom while spending recklessly. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing today bringing me closer to my vision or pulling me further away? If the answer is no, it's time to make a change. And remember, it's not about perfection. You don't have to get it right every time, but you do have to be intentional. Every day, make at least one decision that moves you closer to your vision. Now, here's something most people overlook. Your vision must be emotionally compelling. It's not enough for it to make sense logically. It has to move you, inspire you, light a fire in your soul. Why? Because emotion is what drives action. When your vision excites you, when it makes your heart race, when it brings tears to your eyes, you'll find the energy, the courage, the determination to keep going, no matter what. So don't just think about your vision, feel it. Imagine it as if it's already happening. Feel the joy, the pride, the fulfillment that comes from living the life you've always dreamed of. That emotion, that connection is what will keep you going when the road gets tough. So my friends, I leave you with this. What is your vision? What is the life you want to create? Don't settle for a life of mediocrity. Don't let the distractions of the world pull you away from your purpose. Create a vision that excites you, that inspires you, that makes you come alive. And then take action. Step by step, day by day, move toward that vision with unwavering determination. Because the truth is, the life you dream of is not just possible. It's waiting for you. All you have to do is see it, believe it, and pursue it with everything you've got. Your vision is your power. Use it to create the life you deserve. Rule number 3. Build discipline and take consistent action. Now, we've talked about responsibility, we've talked about vision, and you might be feeling inspired, ready to take on the world. But inspiration alone won't take you where you want to go. Vision without action is just a dream. And action without discipline, it's chaos. This is where the magic happens, my friends. This is where dreams turn into reality, through discipline and consistent action. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the glue that holds your efforts together, the engine that keeps you moving forward. Without it, even the best plans, the clearest vision, will crumble. So let's dive deep into what it takes to build unshakable discipline and back it up with daily, consistent action. Discipline is not about punishing yourself. It's not about being rigid or joyless. No, discipline is about mastering yourself. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Here's the truth. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up on fire, ready to conquer the world. But other days you'll want to hit snooze, skip the workout, or put off that important task. Those are the moments when discipline steps in. Discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement fades. It's what separates the dreamers from the achievers, the wishers from the doers. It's the quiet, steady force that turns small, consistent efforts into massive, life-changing results. Your life is not shaped by the big moments. It's shaped by the small, daily choices you make. What time you wake up, how you spend your mornings, what you eat, how you treat people. Every choice, no matter how small, is like a brick. And every day you're laying bricks, building the foundation of your life. The question is, what kind of foundation are you building? Are your choices today bringing you closer to your goals or pulling you further away? Are you building a life of strength and purpose or one of regret and missed opportunities? Discipline is about making the right choices day in and day out, even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient. Because those choices compound, they build momentum. And over time, they create the life you've always dreamed of. Now, some people think discipline is about sheer willpower. They think you have to muscle through every temptation, every distraction with brute force. But that's not sustainable. Willpower is like a muscle, it gets tired. If you rely on it for everything, you'll burn out. That's why discipline isn't just about willpower. It's about creating systems, habits, and routines that make success inevitable. Think about it. If you want to eat healthier, don't rely on willpower to resist junk food. Remove it from your house and stock up on nutritious options. If you want to exercise regularly, don't wait for motivation to strike. Schedule your workouts like appointments and stick to them. Discipline is not about fighting yourself. It's about setting yourself up for success. It's about designing your environment and your habits in a way that supports your goals. Discipline doesn't happen overnight. You don't wake up one day and suddenly become the most disciplined person in the world. It's a skill, and like any skill, it takes time to develop. Start small. Pick one habit you want to build, one area you want to become more disciplined. Maybe it's waking up earlier. Maybe it's reading for 10 minutes a day. Maybe it's drinking more water. Focus on that one habit until it becomes second nature. Then add another and another. As you build momentum, you'll find that discipline becomes easier. It becomes a part of who you are. Discipline and consistency go hand in hand. Discipline gets you started, but consistency is what keeps you going. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, even when you don't see immediate results. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're planting a tree. You water it every day, but for weeks you see nothing. It's tempting to give up, to think your efforts are wasted. But what you don't see is what's happening beneath the surface. The roots are growing, the foundation is being built, and one day, seemingly out of nowhere, that tree starts to grow. That's how consistency works. You might not see progress right away, but every effort, every action is planting seeds. And over time, those seeds will grow into something extraordinary. Now let's talk about the biggest enemy of discipline: excuses. I don't have time, I'm too tired, I'll start tomorrow. We've all said these things, but excuses are just stories we tell ourselves to avoid doing the hard work. They're comfortable, they're convenient, but they're also the reason why so many people stay stuck. If you want to build discipline, you have to stop making excuses. You have to take ownership of your time, your energy, your priorities. Think about it. How much time do you spend scrolling on your phone, watching TV, or doing things that don't add value to your life? What could you achieve if you redirected that time and energy toward your goals? Excuses are the easy way out. Discipline is the hard way. But the hard way is what leads to growth, progress, and fulfillment. Here's another powerful tool for building discipline: accountability. When you hold yourself accountable, when you make commitments to others, you're far more likely to follow through. That's why having a mentor, a coach, or even a friend to keep you on track can make all the difference. Accountability creates external pressure, but it also strengthens your internal commitment. When you know someone is counting on you, when you know your actions affect others, it pushes you to stay disciplined even when it's hard. So, find someone who can hold you accountable, share your goals with them, check in regularly, and most importantly, hold yourself accountable. Be honest with yourself about your progress, your setbacks, and your commitment to your vision. Now let's talk about the rewards, because discipline is not just about sacrifice, it's about freedom. When you're disciplined, you're free from chaos. You're free from regret. You're free from the frustration of knowing you could have done more. Discipline gives you control. It gives you the power to shape your life, to create your future, to achieve your dreams. It's not a burden, it's a gift. And the best part? The more disciplined you become, the easier it gets. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And as you build discipline, you'll find that the things you once struggled with become effortless. Imagine waking up every day with confidence, with clarity, with the knowledge that you're in control of your life. That's what discipline can give you. That's the power it holds. So my friends, if you want to take charge of your life, start with discipline. Start with the small daily choices that shape your future. Build habits that support your goals. Surround yourself with people who hold you accountable. And most importantly, stay consistent. Because discipline is not about being perfect, it's about showing up, doing the work, and committing to the process day after day, week after week, year after year. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Because at the end of the day, discipline is what turns dreams into reality. It's what separates the people who wish for success from the people who achieve it. And the best part, discipline is not something you're born with. It's something you build. And if you're willing to put in the work, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So take that first step, make that first choice, and start building the discipline that will change your life. Rule number 4. Adapt and overcome challenges. Life is not a straight road. It's not a smooth highway where you can set the cruise control and coast your way to success. No, my friends, life is a winding, unpredictable journey filled with obstacles, detours, and storms. And the true test of a person is not how they perform when everything is going well, but how they handle themselves when the road gets rough. This section is about resilience, about adaptability, and about the unshakable mindset you need to overcome challenges and keep moving forward. Because if there's one thing I know for sure, it's this. Challenges are not here to stop you. They're here to make you stronger. First, let's be real. Challenges are inevitable. No one is immune. Whether you're just starting out or you're at the top of your game, life will throw curveballs your way. You'll face setbacks, you'll encounter failures. You'll deal with unexpected circumstances that threaten to knock you off course. That's not a possibility, it's a certainty. But here's the good news. Challenges are not roadblocks, they're stepping stones. They're opportunities in disguise. They're the universe's way of asking you, how bad do you want it? When you face a challenge, it's not the end of the road. It's a chance to grow, to learn, and to prove to yourself that you're stronger than you think. Let's talk about perspective. How you view challenges determines how you respond to them. Some people see challenges as unfair burdens, as reasons to give up. They say, why me? Why is this happening to me? But successful people, people who take charge of their lives, they ask a different question. They ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Perspective is everything. When you shift your mindset from this is happening to me to this is happening for me, everything changes. Think about it. Some of the greatest success stories in history were born out of adversity. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before he came back to revolutionize the tech industry. Oprah Winfrey faced rejection and hardship before becoming a global icon. J.K. Rowling was turned down by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a phenomenon. These people didn't let challenges define them, they used them as fuel. They saw obstacles not as barriers but as opportunities to rise. Now, to overcome challenges, you need one critical skill: adaptability. Life is constantly changing, the world is evolving faster than ever before. And if you're rigid, if you're stuck in your ways, you'll be left behind. Adaptability is the ability to pivot when circumstances change. It's the willingness to adjust your approach without losing sight of your goals. It's about staying flexible while staying focused. Think about water. Water is one of the most powerful forces on Earth, not because it's strong, but because it's adaptable. It flows around obstacles. It changes shape to fit its environment. But no matter what, it keeps moving forward. Be like water. Stay adaptable. When life throws you a curveball, don't resist it. Flow with it. Find a way to turn the challenge into an opportunity. Let's address the elephant in the room: failure. So many people fear failure. They avoid taking risks because they're afraid of falling short. But here's the truth. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Every failure holds a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone. The only real failure is giving up. Thomas Edison famously said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Can you imagine if he had stopped at the first setback? Or the 100th? Or the 1,000th? We might not have the light bulb today. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's proof that you're trying, that you're pushing your limits, that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. So when you fail, and you will, don't see it as the end. See it as the beginning of a new lesson, a new opportunity, a new chapter. Now, to face challenges and bounce back from failure, you need resilience. Resilience is your ability to recover, to rise, to keep going no matter what. Think of resilience as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And like any muscle, it's built through resistance, through struggle, through hardship. How do you build resilience? By stepping into discomfort. By facing challenges head-on instead of running from them. By reminding yourself, I've been through tough times before. and I came out stronger. I can do it again. Every time you overcome a challenge, you're proving to yourself that you're capable. You're building confidence, grit, and inner strength. And over time, you become unstoppable. Now let's talk about something we often overlook: support systems. Yes, you're responsible for your life. Yes, you're the captain of your ship, but that doesn't mean you have to do it alone. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who believe in you, who challenge you to be your best. Find mentors who can guide you, friends who can encourage you, and a community that shares your vision. And don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It shows that you're committed to growth, that you're willing to do whatever it takes to overcome challenges and reach your goals. Here's a powerful mindset shift. Don't just overcome challenges. Use them as fuel. Every time life knocks you down, use that pain, that frustration, that struggle as energy to push forward. Turn your obstacles into stepping stones. Turn your setbacks into comebacks. When someone doubts you, when someone tells you you can't do it, use that as motivation to prove them wrong. When you face a failure, use it as a lesson to come back smarter and stronger. Your challenges are not here to stop you. They're here to shape you. They're here to refine you, to build you, to prepare you for the incredible future that lies ahead. Now, why do we go through all this? Why face the pain, the struggle, the adversity? Because the reward is worth it. When you overcome a challenge, you gain more than just success. You gain self-respect. You gain confidence. You gain the unshakable knowledge that you can handle whatever life throws your way. And that confidence spills over into every area of your life. It makes you bolder, braver, more willing to take risks and chase your dreams. The reward of overcoming challenges is not just the destination, it's the person you become along the way. A person who is stronger, wiser, and more resilient than they ever thought possible. So my friends, challenges are not your enemy. They're your ally. They're not here to break you. They're here to make you. When you face a challenge, don't shy away from it. Don't complain about it. Embrace it. Learn from it. Use it to grow. Because every challenge you overcome brings you one step closer to the life you want, the person you want to be, the legacy you want to leave. And remember this, the greater the challenge, the greater the reward. So when life gets tough, and it will, don't back down, rise up, stand tall, and face it head on. Because you, my friend, were made for this. You were made to overcome, to adapt, to thrive. And if you commit to this mindset, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stop you. Rule number 5. Build a legacy and live with purpose. Life is not just about existing. It's not about drifting through the days, weeks, months, and years, waiting for something extraordinary to happen. No, my friends, life is about living on purpose. It's about making every single day count. It's about building a legacy that will outlast you, a legacy that will continue to inspire and influence long after you're gone. When you take charge of your life, you're not just shaping your own journey, you're impacting the lives of others. You're creating a ripple effect that can change families, communities, even the world. And that, my friends, is the ultimate goal: to live a life of purpose, passion, and impact. First, let's get clear on what we mean by legacy. A legacy isn't just about material wealth or the accomplishments you accumulate. It's about the mark you leave on the world. It's about how you made people feel, the values you stood for, and the impact you had on the lives you touched. Your legacy is the story people will tell about you when you're no longer here. It's the inspiration you leave behind, the lessons you impart, and the influence you have on future generations. Now, here's the key. You don't build a legacy by accident. You build it with intention, with focus, with purpose. And it starts with the decisions you make today. The foundation of a great legacy is a life lived with purpose. But how do you find your purpose? How do you uncover the reason you're here on this earth? Start by asking yourself some powerful questions. What lights a fire in your soul? What are the things you can't stop thinking about, dreaming about, talking about? What unique gifts, talents, or skills do you bring to the table? How can you use those gifts to serve others, to make the world a better place? Your purpose is often tied to your passions, but it goes deeper than that. It's about contribution. It's about using what you've been given to make a difference. And here's the truth. Your purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing to matter. You don't have to cure diseases or solve global problems to live a life of purpose. Sometimes your greatest impact comes from the smallest acts of kindness, the quietest moments of connection, The simple decision to show up and give your best every single day. Once you've discovered your purpose, the next step is to align your actions with it. Because purpose without action is just a dream. Ask yourself, are the choices you're making today moving you closer to your purpose, or are they pulling you away from it? Are you spending your time, energy, and resources on things that truly matter, or are you getting caught up in distractions and busyness? Alignment means saying yes to the things that matter most and no to the things that don't. It means being intentional about how you spend your time and who you spend it with. It means making decisions that reflect your values and priorities, even when they're difficult or unpopular. And it's not just about the big decisions. It's about the small, everyday choices that add up over time. Because those choices, how you treat people, how you respond to challenges, how you show up in the world, are what ultimately define your legacy. A powerful legacy is never just about you. It's about living for something bigger than yourself. It's about contributing to something greater, something that will continue to grow and thrive long after you're gone. This could mean raising a family with love and integrity. It could mean starting a business that creates jobs and opportunities for others. It could mean mentoring young people, volunteering in your community, or championing a cause you're passionate about. Whatever it is, find your why. That bigger purpose that inspires you, fuels you, and drives you to be your best. Because when you live for something bigger than yourself, you tap into a source of energy, motivation, and fulfillment that is unmatched. Never underestimate the power of small acts of kindness. Sometimes the simplest gestures, a kind word, a listening ear, a helping hand, can have the biggest impact. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity to make a difference. Start where you are with what you have. Look for opportunities to brighten someone's day, to lend a hand, to show compassion and understanding. Because here's the thing, kindness is contagious. When you show kindness to others, you inspire them to do the same. And that ripple effect can spread farther than you ever imagined. To build a meaningful legacy, you must have the courage to be yourself. Authentic, genuine, unapologetically you. In a world that often pressures us to conform, to fit in, to play it safe, authenticity is a rare and valuable quality. But it's also the key to true connection, influence, and impact. When you live authentically, you give others permission to do the same. You inspire them to embrace their own uniqueness, to follow their own path, to live their own truth. So don't be afraid to stand out, to speak up, to show the world who you really are, because your authenticity is your greatest gift and it's what makes your legacy uniquely yours. Gratitude is another essential ingredient in building a legacy. It's about appreciating the blessings in your life, the people who support you, and the opportunities you've been given. Gratitude keeps you grounded. It reminds you of what truly matters, and it fuels a spirit of generosity, of giving back, of paying it forward. Take time every day to reflect on what you're grateful for. Express your gratitude to the people in your life, and let that gratitude inspire you to give, to serve, to make a difference. Your legacy is not just about what you do. It's about who you are. It's about the values you live by, the principles you stand for, the character you embody. What values do you want to be remembered for? Integrity, compassion, courage, generosity? Live those values every day. Let them guide your decisions, your actions, your interactions with others. Because your legacy is not just the impact you have on the world. It's the example you set for others to follow. Here's the beautiful thing about building a legacy. It doesn't end with you. The impact you make on one person can ripple out to impact countless others. The lessons you teach, the kindness you show, the example you set, they can inspire others to do the same, creating a chain reaction of positive change. Think about the teachers, mentors, and role models who have shaped your life. Their legacy lives on through you. And in the same way, your legacy will live on through the lives you touch. So my friends, building a legacy is not something you do someday. It's something you do every day. It's in the choices you make, the values you live by, the people you inspire. It's in the small acts of kindness, the moments of connection, the courage to live authentically. Your legacy is your gift to the world. It's your way of saying, I was here. I made a difference. I left the world a little better than I found it. So start today. Live with purpose. Build a legacy that reflects the best of who you are. And know this, the impact you make, the lives you touch, the legacy you leave, it will matter. It will endure. it will change the world. Rule number 6. Embrace the change. My friends, change is inevitable, and challenges are unavoidable. This is one of life's great truths. But here's the good news. Change can be your greatest opportunity, and challenges can be your most powerful teachers. The question isn't whether change will come or whether challenges will arise. The question is, how will you respond to them? Will you face them head-on with courage and resilience? Or will you allow them to derail your progress and hold you back? My friends, if you're serious about taking charge of your life, you must learn to embrace change and overcome challenges. This is where the real transformation happens. This is where you grow, evolve, and step into your full potential. Change is a constant. Seasons change. Circumstances change. People change. And if you're not changing, you're not growing. Yet so many of us resist change. We cling to the familiar because it feels safe, comfortable, predictable. We fear the unknown because it's uncertain, unpredictable, and sometimes downright scary. But here's the thing. Growth and comfort cannot coexist. If you want to grow, you must step out of your comfort zone. You must embrace the discomfort of change and see it for what it truly is. Not a threat, but an opportunity. Every change, no matter how challenging or unexpected, brings with it the chance to learn, to adapt, and to become stronger, wiser, and better than you were before. When challenges come your way, and they will, you have a choice. You can see them as obstacles, or you can see them as opportunities. You can let them defeat you, or you can let them develop you. Every challenge you face is a chance to grow. It's a chance to build resilience, to develop problem-solving skills, to test your limits and expand them. Challenges are life's way of asking, how badly do you want it? How committed are you to your goals and dreams? So the next time you face a challenge, don't shy away from it. Step up to it. Lean into it. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better, stronger, more capable? Because every challenge you overcome brings you one step closer to the person you're meant to be. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when the going gets tough, to persevere in the face of adversity. But resilience isn't just about enduring hardship. It's about thriving in spite of it. It's about using every setback as a setup for a comeback. It's about turning your pain into power, your struggles into strengths, your losses into lessons. How do you build resilience? By embracing challenges instead of avoiding them. By staying focused on your goals even when the path gets difficult. By surrounding yourself with people who uplift and support you. And most importantly, by believing in yourself and your ability to overcome anything life throws your way. One of the most powerful ways to embrace change and overcome challenges is to adopt a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It's the belief that failure isn't the end, it's just a stepping stone on the path to success. When you have a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. You see setbacks as temporary, not permanent. You see effort as the key to improvement, not a sign of weakness. This mindset will transform the way you approach change and challenges. It will give you the courage to take risks, the determination to keep going, and the confidence to believe that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Fear of the unknown is one of the biggest barriers to embracing change. But here's the thing. Fear is just a story you tell yourself. It's a projection of what might happen, not a reflection of what will happen. The best way to overcome fear of the unknown is to take action. Action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Action turns uncertainty into possibility. So when fear tries to hold you back, don't let it. Take that first step, even if it's a small one, because every step you take brings you closer to the life you want and the person you're meant to be. When change happens, it can feel like life is spinning out of control. But the truth is, you have more control than you think. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. Take control by focusing on what you can do, not what you can't. Take control by staying grounded in your values and purpose. Take control by staying positive, staying proactive, and staying committed to your goals. Remember, you are the captain of your ship. You are the one who decides where you're going and how you're going to get there. So don't let the winds of change blow you off course. Use them to propel you forward. Adaptability is one of the most important skills you can develop in life. It's the ability to adjust to new circumstances, to pivot when things don't go as planned, to find new ways to move forward when the old ways no longer work. Being adaptable doesn't mean giving up on your goals or values. It means being flexible in your approach, open to new ideas, and willing to experiment and learn. Life is full of twists and turns, and the path to success is rarely a straight line. But when you're adaptable, you can navigate those twists and turns with grace and confidence. You can turn detours into discoveries and setbacks into opportunities. Challenges are easier to face when you're not facing them alone. That's why it's so important to build a strong support system. A community of people who encourage you, believe in you, and stand by you through thick and thin. Your community could be your family, your friends, your colleagues, your mentors, or even a group of like-minded individuals who share your goals and values. Whoever they are, lean on them when times get tough. Share your struggles, seek their advice, and draw strength from their support. And remember, community is a two-way street. Be there for others in their times of need. Offer your help, your encouragement, your understanding, because when you lift others up, you lift yourself up as well. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to create a story of triumph. It's a chance to prove to yourself and to others that you are stronger than your circumstances, more determined than your doubts, and more capable than you ever imagined. Your story of triumph can inspire others to face their own challenges with courage and resilience. It can remind them that they're not alone, that they're capable of overcoming anything, that they too can write their own story of success. So don't shy away from your challenges. Embrace them, rise to them, conquer them, and then share your story with the world. My friends, change and challenges are not things to fear. They are things to embrace, to learn from, to grow through. Every time you face a challenge, you have an opportunity to become better, stronger, and wiser. Every time you embrace change, you open the door to new possibilities, new opportunities, and new adventures. So take charge of your life by taking charge of how you respond to change and challenges. Face them with courage, with resilience, with a growth mindset. And know this, no matter what life throws your way, you have the power to overcome it. You have the power to thrive. You have the power to build a life that is not only successful but truly fulfilling. Rule number 7. Create a vision for your future. Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and imagine the life you truly want to live. Not the life you think you're stuck with, not the life you've settled for, but the life that makes your heart race with excitement. Can you see it? Can you feel it? That's your vision? That's your future calling to you. But here's the truth. A vision without action is just a dream. An action without a vision is just movement without purpose. To truly take charge of your life, you must not only create a compelling vision for your future, but you must also commit to it with unwavering determination. This is where the magic happens. This is where you step out of the ordinary and into the extraordinary. So let's get to work on building that vision, your roadmap to a life of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Think of your vision as the North Star of your life. It's your guiding light, the thing that keeps you focused and grounded no matter what distractions or challenges come your way. Without a vision, life can feel aimless. You wake up, go through the motions, and wonder why you're not satisfied. But with a clear vision, every decision you make, every action you take has purpose. You're not just living, you're building something meaningful, something that excites you, something that makes you proud. And here's the best part. Your vision isn't just about what you want to achieve. It's about who you want to become. It's about the legacy you want to leave. It's about the impact you want to make on the world. When you create a vision, you're not just designing your future, you're defining your destiny. Creating a vision isn't about setting a few goals and calling it a day. It's about dreaming big, thinking deeply, and connecting with what truly matters to you. Start by asking yourself these questions. What does success look like to me? What kind of person do I want to be? What contributions do I want to make to my family, my community, the world? What experiences do I want to have? What legacy do I want to leave behind? Be honest with yourself. Don't limit your answers based on what you think is possible or practical. This is your vision. It's meant to be bold, ambitious, and inspiring. Once you've answered these questions, write your vision down. Make it detailed, vivid, and specific. Describe it in such a way that you can see it clearly in your mind's eye. And most importantly, make it personal. Your vision should reflect your values, your passions, your dreams, not someone else's. Having a vision is essential, but it's only the first step. The next step is turning that vision into reality. Start by breaking your vision down into smaller, actionable goals. What steps do you need to take to move closer to your vision? What habits do you need to develop? What skills do you need to learn? Then, create a plan. Set deadlines for your goals. Prioritize your actions. And most importantly, take consistent, focused action every single day. Remember, progress is better than perfection. You don't have to have it all figured out from the start. Just keep moving forward, one step at a time. Every step you take brings you closer to your vision. Creating a vision is easy. Staying committed to it is the hard part. There will be days when you feel discouraged, when progress seems slow, when obstacles seem insurmountable. But those are the days that matter most. Staying committed to your vision means showing up even when it's hard. It means staying focused even when distractions tempt you to stray. It means believing in yourself and your vision even when others doubt you. And here's the key. Revisit your vision often. Read it, visualize it, feel it. Remind yourself why it matters, why you started, why you're willing to put in the work. The more connected you are to your vision, the easier it will be to stay committed. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools you can use to bring your vision to life. When you visualize success, you're not just daydreaming, you're programming your mind for achievement. Take a few minutes each day to close your eyes and imagine yourself living your vision. See it in vivid detail, hear the sounds, feel the emotions, experience the joy of achieving your dreams. This isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a scientifically proven method to boost your motivation, focus, and performance. When you visualize success, you're training your brain to recognize opportunities, overcome challenges, and take the actions necessary to achieve your vision. Your vision isn't set in stone. As you grow, learn, and evolve, your vision may change. And that's okay. In fact, it's a sign that you're moving forward. Don't be afraid to adjust your vision as needed. Revisit it regularly and ask yourself, does this still align with my values? Does this still inspire me? Does this still reflect who I want to be and what I want to achieve? If the answer is no, don't hesitate to revise your vision. Remember, this is your life. Your vision should evolve with you, not hold you back. It's natural to have doubts and fears about your vision. What if it's too ambitious? What if you fail? What if people think you're crazy? But here's the truth. Doubts and fears are just part of the process. They're not a sign that your vision is impossible. They're a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone. The best way to overcome doubts and fears is to take action. Action builds confidence. Action silences self-doubt. Action proves to yourself and the world that you're capable of achieving your vision. So don't let doubts and fears hold you back. Face them, challenge them, and move forward in spite of them. Because your vision is worth it. You are worth it. Creating a vision is one thing. Living in alignment with it is another. Living in alignment with your vision means making choices that support your goals. It means prioritizing what matters most. It means saying no to distractions and yes to opportunities that move you closer to your dreams. It's not always easy. It requires discipline, focus, and sometimes sacrifice. But the rewards are worth it. When you live in alignment with your vision, you're not just living, you're thriving. You're creating a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and truly your own. Your vision isn't just for you. It's for the people you love, the people you serve, the people you inspire. When you share your vision with others, you create connection, accountability, and momentum. You invite others to join you on your journey, to support you, to cheer you on. And in doing so, you inspire them to create and pursue their own visions. So don't keep your vision to yourself. Share it, speak it, live it. Let it be a source of inspiration, not just for you, but for everyone around you. Your vision is the blueprint for your future. It's the key to living a life of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. So dream big, think deeply, create a vision that excites you, inspires you, and challenges you to grow, and then commit to it with all your heart. Because when you have a vision and the courage to pursue it, nothing can stop you. You become unstoppable, unshakable, and undeniably powerful. You take charge of your life, and you create a future that is truly extraordinary. My friends, we've come a long way today. We've talked about taking charge of your life, about defining your destiny, about creating a vision and turning it into reality. But here's the most important part one wants you to understand. This is not just theory. This is not just a speech or a set of ideas meant to entertain you for an hour. No, this is your life we're talking about. This is your future we're shaping, and it's time for you to take action. You see, everything we've discussed today is meant to inspire you, to motivate you, to show you what's possible. But none of it matters unless you take the first step. None of it matters unless you decide that now is the time to take control, to stop making excuses, and to start living the life you've always dreamed of. So I'm going to ask you a question. Are you ready to take charge of your life? Are you ready to step into your power and create the future you deserve? Because this moment, right here, right now, is where it all starts. And the decision is yours. But let me be clear about something. This is not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. If it were easy, everyone would be living their dreams. But the fact that it's hard, the fact that it's challenging, that's what makes it so worth it. That's what makes the victory so sweet. So let's talk about what happens next. We've laid out the foundation. Now it's time to build the structure. It's time to take the vision we've talked about and turn it into action. 1. Take full responsibility for your life. The very first step in taking charge of your life is accepting full responsibility for everything that happens to you. That means no more blaming circumstances, no more blaming people, no more making excuses. You are where you are because of the choices you've made. The good news is, you can change that at any time. You can start making different choices, smarter choices right now. It's all in your hands. 2. Set clear, specific goals. Now that you've accepted responsibility, it's time to set clear, specific goals. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So take your vision, break it down into achievable milestones, and then set a time frame for each one. Write them down and make them real. Your goals are the roadmap to your success. Without them, you'll wander aimlessly. But with them, you'll know exactly where you're going, and every step will bring you closer to your destination. 3. Take consistent, focused action. You can have the best vision and the most detailed plan in the world, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. Nothing. Action is the bridge between your dreams and reality, and that's where most people fail. They don't take enough consistent, focused action. So take massive action. Every single day, do something that moves you closer to your goals. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to be something, and it has to be consistent. 4. Build resilience and keep going. The road ahead won't always be smooth. There will be bumps, there will be setbacks, and there will be times when it feels like the world is against you. But this is where resilience comes in. You need to build the mental toughness to keep going when it gets tough, to keep pushing when you feel like giving up. Your ability to bounce back from failure and keep going is what will set you apart from the crowd. Every time you fall, get back up. Every time you stumble, rise stronger. Resilience isn't just about surviving the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. 5. Stay focused on your vision. There will be distractions. There will be moments when the world tries to pull you off course. But you must keep your eyes on the prize, stay focused on your vision. Keep it in front of you at all times. When you wake up in the morning, remind yourself why you're doing this. When you face challenges, remember the life you're building. And when others try to discourage you, stand firm in your belief that you can do this. Your vision is your guiding star. Don't let anything dim its light. 6. Surround yourself with the right people. Your environment plays a huge role in your success. If you surround yourself with people who don't believe in you, who are negative, who hold you back, then your journey will be much harder. But if you surround yourself with people who support you, who inspire you, who push you to be better, your chances of success multiply. So seek out those who believe in your dreams, who challenge you to grow, and who celebrate your wins. Build a community of like-minded individuals who will walk beside you on this journey. 7. Keep your mindset positive and unshakable. Your mindset is everything. If you have a positive, growth-oriented mindset, you'll see opportunities even in the face of challenges. You'll learn from your mistakes instead of letting them defeat you. You'll stay motivated even when things aren't going according to plan. But if you have a negative, fixed mindset, you'll see obstacles at every turn, and you'll give up before you even get started. So choose your mindset carefully. Choose to see the world as full of possibilities. Choose to be the kind of person who finds solutions, not excuses. 8. Commit to lifelong learning. The world is changing at an incredible pace. If you're not constantly learning, you're falling behind. That's why you must commit to lifelong learning. Whether it's reading books, attending seminars, taking courses, or simply seeking out new experiences, keep feeding your mind with knowledge. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the more capable you become of handling whatever comes your way. Never stop learning. Never stop growing. The greatest investment you can make is in yourself. Now, I want you to do something. Right now, take out a piece of paper or grab your phone and write down one thing you're going to do today to take charge of your life. One action. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be something that moves you forward. It could be something as simple as writing down your goals, making a phone call, or researching a new skill you need to learn. Then I want you to share it. Tell someone. Share your goal with someone who will hold you accountable. Because when you take action and share it with others, you're solidifying your commitment, you're making it real. And from this moment forward, there is no turning back. You have the power to change your life. You have the ability to create the future you desire, but only if you choose to act, only if you choose to commit, only if you choose to commit, only if you choose to take control and never let go. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your life. Make it count. Let's go. Thank you very much for joining me today.